That's some good music right there. What a great piece. Al Cooper, Two Trains Running. 8:04 the time. Welcome to a Monday edition of the Mornings with Ed show on the all-new Voice of Laguna. An absolutely gorgeous and spectacular Monday morning. A little on the chilly side downtown, but it'll warm up a little later on this afternoon. Nothing like those across the country. If you're in Buffalo right now, thank you for listening. And I know you're indoors. You got to be indoors right now. We saw the Buffalo game last night as they beat San Francisco. I love watching football in the snow. Nothing cooler. I am getting a mouthful right now of how poorly I take care of my plants. It's time for the Artist Corner. The Artist Corner is brought to you by the Honacar Foundation for Arts and Culture, raising the bar of the art that we experience here in our community. Jayne Dion. Jayne Dion is with us. She's a festival of artists. And she's also the reason that our mouths are agape as we walk through the South Coast Plaza here in Costa Mesa. She brought along a friend, Susan Leonard, with her, and they're both giving me a mouthful right now over how poorly I take care of my plants. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Good morning, Ed.
Yeah. So I could use some. No plant has ever survived in my in my house, in my office. Nothing. I'm just not.
Have you considered silk? Just for the greenery?
Yeah, I like that, but then I think to myself, that's fake. I don't really want a fake plant.
I'd rather have the dead.
I'd rather kill a real plant.
There's beauty in that too, you know. So it's okay.
We
are going to soak this little baby before.
Oh no, you could just take it with you.
Okay.
And then watch. You bring it back in a year, and it's alive and full and ready to go. Well, thank you both for being here. I appreciate you being here. Susan, you're lending support to Jayne this morning. Is that the deal? Is that
I am.
All right.
Coffee.
All right. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jayne, so how are you? Tell me.
I was really good until you mentioned the San Francisco-Buffalo game.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Say, Ed, you're a 49ers fan.
I'm a diehard, born and raised.
Okay, yes.
So, that puts a damper. I mean, dead plants, and my team lost, so I'm going to rally, though. We're going to do a good show.
I'm just a harbinger of bad luck, it would seem, yeah. So last night the 49ers were not in their element. It was just packed with snow, and Buffalo obviously thrives in that kind of condition. Mm-hmm. My daughter, who lives in San Francisco, and her husband, 49ers fans. He's actually a Broncos fan, but he's, his secondary.
Supports.
Yeah, it supports. And this is just not their season.
It's not. Too many injuries.
Yeah, McCaffrey got hurt again last night, by the way.
Okay, let's not talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm bringing the bag.
Congratulations, Buffalo.
All right. Yeah. She rolls her eyes. Thank you. Yeah. We're here to talk about art, and your art in particular. I learned that you have a connection to the Juaneño band of Mission Indians, and that kind of influences your art?
Yes, the Ahashiman Nation. So I grew up well aware of my heritage on my mom's side of the family. Right. We did a lot of events with the Ahashiman Juaneños at the mission. Right. My grandparents were married in the old chapel, and my great-grandparents are buried in the mission cemetery up the little hill. Wow. And so we were in the parades every year and involved in many things. And so it's very it's a prideful thing for me to say that this is where I come from, and always lived in the area. Right. And went to the Pageant of the Masters as a kid and dreamed of being an artist there one day. And 3 years ago that came true, and I love being a part of that. And so, nature definitely inspires me.
Were your grandparents or your parents, were they artistically inclined?
My mom was she doesn't draw too much anymore, but she was a huge influence for me. She used to let me draw on my walls. So I started off doing murals in my bedroom in, I would say, junior high school. Okay. So, we always had a lot of artistic freedom at home.
Were you the kid that doodled on her peachy notebook folder?
Yes, and I went to Catholic school, and I had a nun that said, please omit these doodles on all your English reports. It's not necessary. And so,
When you doodle now, if you doodle now, what do you doodle?
I don't really sketch. I'm trying to sketch. Okay. Because I'm sort of branching over into a new genre for me, something not so tight. I usually create things that are very intricate and tight and and realistic, and I'm trying to get away from that and loosen up a little bit.
Right.
And so I'm starting to doodle a little bit. It's a lot of organic forms.
Okay.
And but I get all my inspiration from dreams. I have really great, vivid dreams, and so if I don't know how to do something, even if I'm creating
Right.
something for South Coast Plaza and I don't know how I'm going to build it, I just go to sleep and then I get the answer.
Oh,
in
you've
my
just
dream.
opened up a door here.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
so you remember your dreams and you remember them vividly?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It started off.
Mine are nightmares more. So.
About guys coming over and killing my
You're
plant. Yeah.
interpreting them wrong.
Oh, no, they are nightmares.
What do you generally dream of?
Oh, all kinds of things. Travel.
Right.
People.
Are you in your dreams?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm in my dreams.
Okay.
Yeah. Driving sports cars down the coast at midnight with
Right.
the full moon. Yeah. All kinds of things.
Okay. Well, dreaming fascinates me. I went through this
Yeah.
period of life where I thought for sure I did not dream. As I just didn't, I wake up and didn't remember them. And now, the last 5, 6, 7, several years, whatever, I'm remembering my dreams. I'm having really cool dreams sometimes and remembering them when I wake up. I don't know what the difference is, but I would certainly love to put some of them on canvas or some of them to work in
should.
art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Work it out.
I
Just-
will.
Just start throwing stuff on the canvas, see what happens.
So I want to stick with the dreaming for a while.
Okay.
As it influences the art you create, do you try and recreate the dream itself ever?
I don't think I've ever done that,
'Cause
recreating the dream.
I'm
It's
thinking
more
of-
of a
I'm-
direction.
I'm thinking of that grandfather clock that I see that I love so much of yours that is just magnificent. If you haven't been on her website to check it out, I would strongly suggest it. It's a 6 or 7 foot grandfather clock,
Yes.
and it seems like it's a tree. It is
Yes.
a tree come to life.
Right. Yeah. So the idea of that was time. It's sort of circular. Like we're running out of time with our world and our natural beauty, and to stop time and save that, preserve it. And so it's kind of like the tree. The clock was in the tree, in the forest. Sorry, in the forest. It's early for me, I'll have you know. I am a night creature.
Well, I certainly
So,
appreciate the 8 a.m.
here
call
we
for you. Yeah.
So the clock is in the forest and it stops working and the forest takes over the clock. So the forest is taking time.
Okay.
And so it's sort of that circular thing. And then I recreated the forest within the clock and carved the tree out of, plywood.
Right.
Yeah, it was a really great project, and I had been thinking about it for about 2 or 3 years and started making it. And right after I started making it, Stranger Things came out. I think it's season 2 or 3, and they had a clock in the forest, and my kids were like, they stole your idea. Like, no, it's a totally different concept, but that's okay.
Now, the process of sculpting from plywood as opposed to other woods, is that more difficult?
No, it's like butter.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
if you have the right tools.
Right.
You don't have a big grinder with gnarly teeth on it, and it's very therapeutic when you get in there and you start taking away and seeing what is in your brain is coming to life, and you just like stay out there all day and make a mess, and your neighbors hate you, but they wave and smile anyway.
They pretend to like
They
you.
pretend. Well, they all come over like, what are you doing now? We can hear the grinder, so yeah.
So I've always had a fascination for timepieces. I love timepieces, and when they're included in art, it's a sell. It's a sell for me. It really is.
I know.
Thanks.
So other timepieces that you may have included in art?
Well, most of my sculptures are from old clocks.
Okay.
I like to take old clocks. And
What is your
repurpose them.
fascination with time or timepieces?
Time travel.
Right.
Yeah, just the thought of time travel. If you could go back and change one moment, what would it be? Would it be to share with a loved one that you've lost, or would it be to change an event that helps humanity? It's very fascinating.
What is your of the timepieces that you've got? What is your most personal?
Gosh, I would say the cemetery that I just sold.
You like
Yeah,
cemeteries.
I like cemeteries.
Okay.
I grew up in cemeteries. Basically, my mom had a fascination for cemeteries.
They do
and
picnics in the cemetery.
yeah.
Wow.
So we would go on road trips to
Okay.
Northern California and Big Sur and up to Portland, and we would always pack a lunch,
Right.
you know, a couple of kids, and my mom and dad were like, you know, we're not stopping at fast food, you know, we brought lunch, we're
Right.
like, gag.
Did you bring some? Did you bring some for those interned in the cemetery by any
No,
chance?
but you know when my grandfather would go with us, he would make burritos,
Right.
and he'd put them wrap them in foil and stick them in the engine to keep them warm.
Okay.
And then by the time we got to where we were going, because we'd leave at 2:00 in the morning,
Yeah.
the burritos would still be warm, and we'd we would stop at a cemetery because my mom's like, "There's a fabulous one."
Kids, let's
And
go
we
to all the cemeteries.
running around a cemetery eating a burrito, you know.
Yeah.
it's,
And for some reason, the truck wouldn't start. But my God,
Right.
you've got a meat burrito in here
we
in the
just MacGyver
carburetor.
it with some of the foil and get going again. But the thing with cemeteries is they're beautiful places.
Yeah.
They're some of them are national arboretums.
Right.
The trees that are in cemeteries are incredible, and the love that's there. I mean, people think it's morbid, but if you have someone who loved you enough to make a marker for you out of stone that will last forever,
Right.
it's a loving place to be. And so we would run around and look at the dates, and sometimes it would say what they died from, and so it was kind of a game like find the oldest date of birth, find the oldest date of departure, and
Right.
you know, so that's one of my favorite pieces is the cemetery one.
So the piece you just sold is inspired by
My childhood.
By your childhood. Were you ever scared of cemeteries?
Never.
Never. So you got used to it. It's like walking, riding a bicycle.
Yeah, better than going to a park
Okay.
for me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And the artwork on the stone carving is incredible, you know, so there's a lot of artistic inspiration.
have you ever wanted to take a shot and maybe carve a stone for someone?
I have carved a stone.
Okay.
Not a headstone, but I did play with stone a little bit. But
Okay.
it's much more messy than wood, and
Right.
it's more fine particles.
Ticks your
and
neighbors off even more. I'm guessing it's louder.
It's not necessarily louder because it's the grinding that makes the sound, so it doesn't really matter if it's
Right.
wood or stone, but it's the particles of the stone that become more fine.
Right.
And you need respirators and stuff for all that. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
they probably wouldn't care for that on their cars.
I get it. Susan, when I mentioned sketching earlier, and if she sketches, you immediately shot at, you sketch beautifully.
She has some beautiful sketches that she doesn't show very much, and I'm not sure why, because I think they're beautiful.
Well, let's find out why. Why don't you show your beautiful
I don't
sketches?
have the patience for doing an intricate sketch.
Right.
You know, I guess it's more of a doodle. I don't know.
Right.
I'd rather just do it. I'd rather do the work than spend the time sketching.
Okay.
And so when I think about a piece, I usually think about it for months before I create it,
Right.
about the composition of it and how it would look and the size that I'm going to do it. And so all that gets worked out in my head.
And not on paper.
and
You
not
don't.
on paper.
You don't go. Wow.
No, never. Not even the grandfather clock. That just was all
Right.
doing
don't
it,
either.
just doing it. Yeah, I don't know.
And does it change since you're working it out on your head and not? Do you feel restricted, for instance? But would sketching make you feel more restricted in your art?
I think so. I think it would make me feel more restricted because I'd have to refer to it.
Right.
And, you always make changes, and
Right.
things are never really finished for
Right.
an artist. You always look back later going, oh, maybe a little more shadow here or highlight, or that form isn't quite turning the way you want it to. And, so.
What'd you dream last night?
Last night, gosh, what did I dream of last night? It was more early morning dream. Now that I'm on the spot, Ed.
I
can't
and
remember.
for some reason, I remember my dream from last night.
What
Yeah.
was it?
Do you?
I was standing for some reason in the parking lot of a Ralph's. I think it was the Ralph's in Laguna Niguel, the smaller one.
Yeah.
Standing in that parking lot, and there was like this giant garage sale or an estate sale, and I was looking at boots. I was looking at boots. Yeah.
That's really
Wow.
crazy
That
because
is
I
crazy.
was shopping for boots yesterday. I think I put that in your head. I was
You may
channeling that.
Yeah, but that was mine, and I'm curious as to how often you remember your dreams and how clear you remember, how clearly you
It's
remember.
mostly when I wake up, if I start recalling it over and over,
Right.
when I wake up, I will totally remember it.
Right.
Some dreams are, not that exciting, so you
Right.
just dismiss it.
Like me,
You don't
garage
want
sale
to.
boots
Can
and
you go
Yeah.
back to a dream the next
I can
night?
go back to
I
a
can
dream.
too.
So you wake up.
Wake up,
Have the day.
go to the bathroom, have the day,
Oh,
whatever.
I go back the next night to the same dream.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
All
That
the time.
fascinates me right there. Wow. Okay.
I'm weird.
Yeah,
Like
it's a
like
lot of
right
fun.
where you left off. Does it
Yeah,
start?
Yes.
Like
I can go. I can close my eyes and I'll go right back where
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was.
there you go.
Yeah.
That is. I don't think
Yeah, I
that's
can
ever
do
happened
that
with
too.
me.
It's fun, especially if it's a great dream.
Right.
Yeah, if
And
it's
then you
good.
get back into it, and you know you're back into it,
Yeah,
right? You're like,
totally.
yes, this is
Yeah.
happening. All right, let's keep
Yeah.
going, and it's exciting.
Yeah, the human mind is really something else.
Yeah.
The
It
human subconscious is something
Yeah.
else.
Oh,
I love dealing with it and doing segments. I love it. So yeah, I love this conversation. By the way, bad dreams, do they ever turn into art?
Never.
Okay,
I don't like bad energy.
okay.
Get rid of
Even
that.
a bad dream, even though it's just a dream,
Yeah.
that creates a certain energy. All right.
Yeah, because if all my positive dreams create so much beauty for me and
Right.
pleasure and happiness, my bad dreams will definitely bring me bad energy and a negative outlook on things, and I don't want that. You get enough of that just going outside
Right.
and
Okay.
interacting with people. So
One of your pieces that I found, I couldn't take my eyes off. It
Oh.
was the two bluebirds thing.
Yes.
Tell the audience about that painting.
So
about
that was a clock that I got at a thrift store, and it's one of those old trophies that they give away at corporate events, like #1 salesman.
The Dundies.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's glass. It's
Right.
domed glass,
Right.
and it had the clock in the inside, and it's got a brass bottom to it.
Which I love
So-
those clocks, by the way.
Yeah, they're neat.
Yeah.
So that one I use as a double illustration. So the glass part of it is all of the trees and the leaves, and down at the bottom there's many, many rows of mushrooms. And then where the clock is sort of the inside of the tree if you kind of pulled the branches back to see what's going on. And that's the little bluebird with her nest of eggs. And it represents me and my children
Okay.
in the nest. Yeah.
The eggs qualify the amount of kids you have?
Yes.
Okay, of
yes,
course.
Yeah.
All right. And Susan, when you see her art, when you see a piece of hers, what do you see in her? What do you?
Being whimsical.
Right.
Jayne's very whimsical, and I
You-
love that about her.
Right.
She's very entertaining and lighthearted, and there's
Right.
a sense of mystery, but in a good way.
Right. Okay.
Oh, friend.
Isn't that's well
so
put.
nice.
That is really well put. Thank you for that. So let's talk about you being the resident artist at South Coast Plaza.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, for all intent and purposes, I'm not a holiday kind of guy. But walking into South Coast Plaza, you feel the holiday.
You do.
You just really absorb the season, and that's you. You make us do that.
Thank you.
Well,
It's Anton Segerstrom,
okay.
actually.
Okay.
He and I have collaborated for 20 years on the set off of Bear Street.
Right.
We don't call it Crystal Court, but for most people still
It
know
is
it
Crystal
as that,
Court,
but we
right,
don't call
yeah.
it that anymore. But it's all about tradition and his view of generations of people coming to South Coast Plaza and feeling like this is your home for Christmas, and that your grandkids, will bring their children, and it's just we work really hard on keeping that magic alive and the belief in Santa and providing him a realistic set so that kids on the fence, if they're not sure,
Right.
they can go to our set and go, yeah, this is real. It's all real stuff. All the tools in his shed are all antiques. We searched high and low for all those pieces, and I love doing it. And this year, I actually painted a mural for the original site of South Coast Plaza. I collaborated with the GM there. She had a vision of doing antique toys.
Okay.
So I
Which
pulled together some antique toys
which-
and presented it to her, and she loved it.
So in that mural, there's an airplane that's kind of leaning on the side there, and I had that airplane.
The
as a
Red
kid.
Baron?
Yes, I had that airplane as a kid.
Gotta have that.
You have to.
It's
It's
iconic.
so. And you're right. It does take you. It puts you there. It puts you there. When you're doing a mural, do you feel the pressure of the timing that you need to finish it by and all of that?
Well, funny thing, we started repairs on the Santa house in September, and I was about 2 weeks into the repairs, and Molly Unger, who's the GM, she said, I'm thinking I want to do some kind of mural in the backdrop. And I said, oh, okay, for next year? She said, no, for this year. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure.
You have 40 days.
Whatever
Go.
you want,
Yeah.
I can do it.
Right.
So it was pretty quick to get the designs and just work on it and get it done and got it out there. I think I finished that probably 5 days before it was going in. So
Do you feel the pressure? Do you feel the heat?
you do sometimes, but
Does that affect the art?
I'm really good under pressure. I think I create my best work under pressure.
Okay.
So, which is not probably good for my health, but but I get some good products out of it. Yeah. So I've worked with deadlines for decades. So yeah, I don't know if you would say I'm a procrastinator. I don't think I am, but I do work well.
A
under
little
pressure.
bit.
A little bit of
You
okay.
are.
All right. I'm a pro.
Can you leave a piece for a while and then come back to it like you do a
Yes.
dream?
Yes. Yeah. Because I usually work on, if I'm doing sculptures, I usually work on 2 or 3 pieces because they're so intricate. There's so
Yeah.
much, you've got the illustration parts, cutting the paper, sculpting the trees, doing all of the armature underneath all that. And you just like, after a while, you're like, I got to look at something else. So I usually have 2 or 3 going at the same time.
And Susan, you and I have spoken before. You're able to do that as well.
Totally, yeah.
How are you under pressure?
Good.
You're also...
And I was going to say, when we were talking about bad days and being depressed or angry or whatever, that's my best work is when I'm angry.
Okay.
And you're opposite.
She's the opposite.
So you do like your best work when you're happy.
I've done revenge art, though.
Oh, tell us about...
Revenge art is the best.
Oh, God, I need a story from
do
each
get
of you.
angry.
Let's each get...
Taylor Swift of art, right?
I need a revenge art story from you.
So I was spending a lot of time in New York.
Right.
I actually did a piece for the MoCA, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Long Island. And I was spending like 6 to 8 months there. I have family, friends that live there. And Long Island is a beautiful place if you've never been. It is truly inspirational and magical there. And so I had met someone, went on a few dates, and was ghosted.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Horrible thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And so I did a whole series about this person. And funny thing is, he had given me permission. He was a musician, and he'd given me permission to sketch him and to make some artwork of him playing the piano and different whatever. And so I
To
did.
massage his ego. He gave you permission
He
to
gave me
massage his
permission,
ego.
right? And then he ghosted me. So I did a whole series about him, and I had a solo show. And one of my friends who was involved in the art scene, she had invited him to the show. He didn't know that I was the featured artist.
And there he is.
Surprise!
in all
And
his
I
glory.
sold many pieces, and that was great. It was a great feeling.
And it's
Like,
it's got to be cathartic.
yeah, you know, you can ghost me, but you'll never forget me.
Susan, your story of revenge art?
Oh, well, I don't know that I have revenge art, but like if I'm grieving, let's say the loss of somebody,
Right.
I'll paint and I feel much better.
So that's from a dark place. You're
Definitely, but in a healing place too, and
Right.
it keeps my mind busy, I think, and that's for me, painting is very healing.
Right.
So, but when I do have a dispute or argument with somebody, and then I go paint, I'm like on fire. I don't know what it is. I gotta just, yeah,
Right.
lots of energy.
And it doesn't have to necessarily involve them. The painting
Not
doesn't
at all.
nothing at all.
And it's
just
a very
whatever your
peaceful
ideas.
painting, but it's just fueled by maybe some
Right.
emotions.
As
Yeah,
a-
I think it's very emotional
Yeah.
creating too, and depending on a piece. Like when I was working on the cemetery, I listened to a lot of classical music that was very dramatic.
Yeah.
You know, or if I'm sketching my old series of Broken People, I would listen to very somber
I
music.
love that series.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about that.
Oh, it's a
So
great
that is
series.
about how we're all broken in some way,
Right.
and you don't necessarily see it physically. It can be mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And so I started sketching my daughter's hands, and then I would put a prosthetic arm on her, and then that led into people with caged abdomens giving their hearts away, or receiving love, or I mean, I did some.
You have
I
to
did
see
dogs
it.
in wheelchairs with.
I love
yeah,
that. It's my
yeah.
favorite.
Oh, thanks.
I think you should be showing that.
It's not for everyone.
Oh my God! As you describe it, I'm thinking I need to see it.
Oh,
I absolutely need to see it.
It's unlike anything you've seen.
Right.
I was creating
Really?
a lot of those when I was spending time on Long Island, and my friend's house there is in the forest. So we're surrounded by trees, and there's a little path that the moss, from us walking through, we imagined over the years the moss from our shoes just reseeded it. So there's a path of moss. It's like carpet.
Right.
And she's a stream, and the swans come out. I mean, it's just storybook, really. And I was creating a lot of pieces there.
I think this is a question for both of you, and specifically here where you need to show these broken people, broken pieces. Should you be less modest as an artist? Because you're quite modest. Both of you are actually way modest for artists.
I think for us, it's more of an emotional, spiritual thing.
Yeah.
It's something that that's in us.
Right.
And that we'll never stop creating things. It's
Right.
not, I mean, yes, we can sell our pieces and we can make a living doing that, but it's not like I have to make something that everyone's going to love and so I can make the money from it. It's not like a commercial driven
Right.
thing.
But when you know how good it is, I mean, even if you know.
It's not good to everyone, though.
No.
Right.
And-
right.
and it's not
that
always-
keeps you very humble.
It does.
Yeah.
It should. It should.
Yep.
Because
Right.
I think you can create more. You know, when you think that you got it nailed, I think that's when artists lose their vision.
I do too.
You have to keep
Yeah.
pushing yourself.
Yeah, you have to have that feeling of,
Right.
wanting to explore more and perfect what you're doing.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's my problem because I enjoy many mediums.
Right.
I can't nail myself down to one thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
some people think, oh, I wouldn't think that you would create something like that because your art's usually this over here. And I'm like, but I'm exploring something new.
Right.
here.
Well, here's a curveball for you. There you go.
Hold on to your seats.
There you go.
And I'm
Yeah.
actually doing that right now. I'm like exploring the world of abstract art.
And you better explore it fast.
I need to explore.
You have to have your submissions by.
I do. So this past summer, in my booth at the Festival of Arts, I had two walls.
Right.
And one was my traditional trees and clocks, and the other was my new abstract pieces.
Right.
And it was not a cohesive booth. And I knew that going in, I was taking a risk. But I wanted to show a new side, a new direction of
Right.
what I'm experimenting with. And it was received very well.
Right.
And then I got voted off the island.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can push certain places a little too far and they don't understand where you're coming from. It was not cohesive. I know that, but that was my risk.
Right.
And now I am, because I've been in, I get to skip the online entry and go straight to the in-person judging. So that's in January, and
Who-
I haven't made any pieces
Who
yet
does
for
the
it.
judging? Who?
They're different judges every year.
Okay.
It's a panel of.
It's a panel. It ranges from museum curators to artists,
Right.
critics. It's just different all the time.
And
professors.
And
Art
is
professors.
it would seem to me that there is a lack of creative intellect if in fact they don't get the fact that you're really just trying
Yeah.
something new in the booth. Am I wrong?
It depends on the panel because if you have
Yeah.
a panel that's mostly traditional, figurative painters, they're naturally going to be drawn to that type of art.
Right.
So, but that's the beauty of it. That's why they change the judges every year, and it's actually great. I mean, I got voted out, but now it's a challenge for me. I did it once. I'm going to do it again and get back in, and it keeps the show fresh. You don't want to have the same stagnant things all the time.
Well, yeah, and
Not
that's
that they're stagnant,
that's
'cause
my
it's amazing
point.
artists.
Well, no, that's my point. As I walk through, and I just like what I like. I'm not. I would demand more from that panel of judges. I would need them to expand their horizons a little bit and not be so set in their own whatever it is that they like ways, but to understand where the artist is coming from.
It's hard because you have, 2,000 people a day coming through. Not
Right.
all of them come to every booth, but you get a good majority of people.
Right.
And you get their feedback on your art. And sometimes it's not positive. They don't understand it. That's okay. It's not for everyone.
Right.
But the thing about having the 5 judges is that these 5 people determined your life at the festival,
Right.
and it's
Right.
it's very hurtful and personal, and at the same time you're like, but it's only 5 people, and hundreds of people have told me that they like it,
Right.
and I've sold pieces this year, so someone does like it, you know.
Right.
So the balance there. But I take it as a challenge, and I'm
right.
determined to get back in. I love the festival. I love being there. I think it's a privilege to be there, and I'll definitely fight to get back in.
Yeah. All right. You let me know if you need any help from me.
Get my posse.
Whatever I can do, I'll be in your posse. I swear I will. So when is that? When does that take place? When
It's in January
Okay.
that we all have to show up early with our
1 month away.
pieces. 1 month away.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Better hurry.
So
Yeah,
I need to get
okay.
to painting and
All right,
creating.
all right.
Yeah, so in January, and then we usually know pretty quickly after that
Okay.
if we're in or not. And
It's like 7 a.m. on the coldest day in January. and
Windy,
it's usually
rainy.
raining. Yeah. I'm carrying my big pieces in. And yeah.
yeah, so. But I'm gonna show my new pieces this year. I do still have some trees left, a few. I'm not gonna be making any more unless they're a custom order.
Okay.
Because they're very intricate, and they're very hard on my hands to create those little tiny pieces. So I'm going to take a break from those for a little while and concentrate on bigger, looser, more dreamlike, inspired by wind, water, and earth.
Okay. And but I know you're going to be busy over the next month. I know you're going to be busy. I'd love to see the broken people thing. Just send me some shots.
Oh, yeah.
Just send me some shots.
Definitely.
I'd love to see
Okay.
that.
You'll love it.
All right. Susan Leonard, and you will be also at Festival of Arts?
I will.
All right.
She got voted in.
I'm staying on the
All
island.
right.
She's staying on the island.
Okay.
I'm paddling my way back. Actually, I'm stealing a motorboat, and I'm just going to plow right into it.
Jayne Dion, Susan Leonard, thank you for this conversation. It's been absolutely cool. I
Thank you, Ed.
can't wait to get to know you and your art even better,
Thanks.
and to see you at the Festival of Arts. And I think that the public would be happy to see you there as well.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll look
Thanks
forward to
for
seeing you
having
both
me.
there. Thank you both for being here.
Pleasure.
That's
Thank
the
you.
Artist Corner, 8:36 the time, 24 minutes before 9 o'clock. Before we go, how can our listeners find your art?
JayneDion.com, JayneDion.com, or on Instagram, The Art of Jayne Dion on Facebook. I don't know, Google me. I'm out there.
Yeah. all right.
Yeah.
And
TikTok.
Jayne
I'm a
is-
local girl. I'm having coffee in town.
Jayne is Jayne.
I'll also be doing a talk on Loca here.
Okay.
Just down the street on Ocean, January 16th, and I'll be bringing some pieces and talking about how I create the big pieces at South Coast Plaza.
We'll be sure and pump that for you.
Yeah.
All right, Jayne Dion, Susan Leonard, thank you both so very much for being here. 8:36 the time.
I don't wanna break like a pane of glass. I don't wanna break, but the pain's so bad.